everyone, so I have a really chill day today. I didn't want to do anything spectacular with my makeup, but I did want to film a video. And ever since I posted 2 of my kind of eyeliner tutorials, I still get a lot of messages and questions about liners, if I have any additional tips and everything. So I figured since it was kind of piling up on my email list and request list, I decided to actually do another one, kind of go through 2 different ways to apply your eyeliner, my favorite tips, and how I actually taught myself to master the liquid liner. And although these tips really do work for any form of eyeliner, it's basically just about the application. The formula doesn't really matter. So it's really simple. I think that this is kind of the best way for you to master liquid liner or any other liner. I think the liner can definitely transform your look. Even today when I have a really chill day, I'm just going out for lunch, I still think that the liner makes me look a lot more kind of put together and polished and everything. So thank you guys so much for watching. It's kind of a quick but simple tutorial to show you how to master eyeliner, and I hope you guys will enjoy it. So on this side, I'm going to start by applying eyeliner for all of you beginners who are really uncomfortable with doing eyeliner. And for that, you're just going to need a little bit of like sticky tape. I'm using medical tape just because it's actually a lot gentler on the skin, and I just feel a lot better when I use this one. And I'm just going to first stick it on the back of my hand and then remove it and then apply it to my eye, because I don't want it to be too sticky, because if it's too sticky then it's going to remove a parts of my foundation after I remove the tape. So this way I'm making sure that my texture that I already kind of perfected is going to stay the same. And now I'm just going to apply it at an angle that I want my eyeliner to be. So this is going to make sure that the line of my cat eye is going to be really sharp. So I'm just going to stick it on something like this. Usually the most flattering shape of your cat eye is going to be when you follow your natural lower lash line and then just follow it upwards. And that is just a foolproof way of making sure your cat eye shape is really going to flatter your eyes. So just make sure that it's really nice and secure right here on this little edge. Kind of pressing down here like this. And now you can go and take your eyeliner. You do not have to use a liquid liner pen like I am from Super Glory. This is their Super Cat Liner, which I'm obsessed with. You can use any different kind of liner. You can even use pencil. You can use shadow if you're really a beginner and you don't feel comfortable. You can use pretty much any type of eyeliner you like. So that's what I'm going to be using. And I always like to shake up these liner pens, no matter are they felt tip, liquid liners, whatever it is. I always like to shake it up a little bit to get a really dark and dramatic, not dramatic, but a really intense line. Alright, so now we're ready to start applying the liner. And basically this is just gonna really prevent any smudging or anything like that. So the only thing you have to be careful about is not smudging it on the other side. So I'm starting at the middle of my eye and dragging it outwards. And you will notice that I'm using really short strokes to create a line rather than just dragging it around. I just feel this is easier, especially if you're a beginner. So now you can see I'm almost drawing on the tape, and you know, it doesn't really matter because we're gonna toss it away still. And I'm just drawing on the line. So make sure that everything is nice and flowing from one part to another. So once you're happy with your line, you can now remove the sticky tape. Whoops. It is a bit more sticky than I thought it would be. And now you can really see what a gorgeous line you have from that sticky tape. And now you can just go in and fill in any gaps that you might feel you have to. So I'm just going to really darken up the roots of my lashes and extend the inner part a little bit more. The best tip I can give you for the inner corner is basically not to go all the way in. I don't really like the look of it anyways. I just follow my natural lash line and kind of press it onto the lashes, and that just gives me a really thin and flowy line. And now I'm just gonna, so that is one eye done, and now I'm just gonna apply my favorite Hypno Star Mascara from Lancome, and I'm just gonna finish the look like that. Very simple, no eyeshadow today because I'm just going to lunch, so nothing really special. And now I'm going to show you how to do the same thing without the tape. So now I'm just going to use the same eyeliner, everything the same, but without the sticky tape. So it can be a bit trickier to do this way, but if you really imagine your lower lash line kind of extending outwards, you will be able to create the same line without any tape or anything like that. So it's really easy. You do need a bit of a practice, but I promise you, once you kind of get a hang of it, it's going to go really easy for you. So I'm just going to do a little flick. I like to begin with a flick, kind of imagining that this line, as I told you, kind of extends outwards. And if you really kind of stay calm and really, focused on it, you won't make a mistake. It's really important that you're not afraid of the liner. I know it sounds weird, but it really is like that, because eyeliner can feel your fear. I tell you, it can. So just make sure you're really kind of calm and stable when you're doing this. Alright, so that is kind of the base of my cat eye. And basically what I did is I just used the tip of the liner to do the little flick. If I used the whole thing, I would just smudge it everywhere. It would be too thick. It's a lot easier to start with really small and light lines and then to kind of fill it up and make it thicker, rather than just doing it all at once and messing everything up. So that's how I like to do my liner. And when I'm filling out this wing, I like to close my eyes because I can really see where the gaps are, and that will make your cat eye look a lot smoother. Like this. And now I'm just going to do the inner part the same way I did on the other eye. And now I'm just going to finish off with a bit of mascara. So guys, that is it for this video. I think this was kind of covering all of the bases. This is basically how I taught myself to do liquid liner. I mean, I watched a lot of videos on YouTube on how to apply it and everything, but I think sometimes it's a lot easier to just kind of play, a lot of different ways to really see what suits you, because everybody's kind of different and everybody's gonna feel a little bit more comfortable with something else than the others. I know a lot of people say that it's the easiest to start with a pencil, but honestly today I still feel like sometimes a pencil can be a bit harder than just straight up liquid liner. So it all kind of depends what suits you and what you feel comfortable working with. So don't be afraid to experiment, because it is actually the only way you can really learn and kind of, feel comfortable with actually applying it. And one other tip, if you're really in a hurry, I wouldn't really suggest trying to touch yourself to do liner when you're really, in a rush doing things and having to rush out the door immediately, because that way you're just gonna feel like, oh, I'm never gonna master it, and then you're just gonna give it up. But if you're calm, if you have a lot of time and everything, then I think it's a lot of fun to actually experiment with your makeup and try to do a different look. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, because it really does support my channel a lot. And if you're a new viewer and you'd like to see more videos from me, there's a little subscribe button below this video, so you can go and check that one out if you want to be a subscriber, and that way you're not gonna miss any of my videos. And if you don't feel like my videos are enough for you to see me enough, okay, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram. I always have all of my info and my email and everything in the bottom bar, so you can go and contact me via those networks and emails and everything else. So again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys soon in my next video. Bye!